Happy holy day, happy holiday to friends and family. Today is December 25th in 2016. I wanna just wish everybody a merry Merry Christmas, Christ Christ Mass or Mas. So Mass being us and Mas being the great feeling of happiness as indicated by Mary. Okay, so we're breaking up language here so that we can know what we mean when we say things, because in a lot of situations we're saying things and we don't even know where they come from. So that's what the premise of this Raising of the Jedi series is about. I want to welcome everybody who's new here to this episode 10, Heru, the Christ in You. And if you want to check out some of my videos, you can go to my YouTube page. It's called John L. Gray. And so you'll see me holding the sun. And that's going to carry you through some of my episodes all the way up until today. So I welcome you all. And hopefully we can move forward with some new insights on what makes our holidays holy. Okay, so I'm gonna start off here right now with an explanation of the primer image that I put up on my page on YouTube. Okay, so what we're looking at here, Raising the Jedi, episode 10, Heru, the Christ in You. And in front of this, I say happy holy days. The sun is risen. I want to thank Vera Veras as well for presenting her video, and that gave me the image right away. I had to put it down, and it was just serendipitous how that unfolded. But yeah, you can go to her page as well. That would be Vera747 on YouTube, and you can actually go through that video, and that will explain a lot about what this image is talking about. Well, but before we go there, before I go there, I want to be able to point out some of the elements. There'll be 3 elements I want to point out before going forward. First element is the Jed, okay, and that would be this purple image right here that has the stacks. The Jed is symbolized as the stable backbone of Osir, Osir or Osiris in Greek terms. But the backbone is that which allows you to be upright in character, in morality, and with that uprightness comes great power that is generated. Okay, so that can be found inside of the body itself. Okay, represented as your backbone, as your spinal column. And so, as we can see, there's a second image that's superimposed on that, and that image is representative of the Jewish Kabbalah, or better stated, the ancient Kamitic tree of life, the Pa'ut Neteru, and it would look something like this if you can see the general layout of the pattern. That same pattern is exhibited here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. These are your 10 Sephiro, or the 10 angels, or the 10 angles that are found in our cosmic universe. The 10 planets. So as we could see here, the angels, if you were to do a little research, you would notice that the angels would be corresponded to, say, Osir or Osiris, Uriel. You'd have Ratziel, you have Azrael, there's Raguel and Chamuel, and then Mikael. We all know Mikael as Michael. We'll see Michael in the Bible a lot. Also is representative as Jesus. Raphael, Gabriel, or Gabriel, he's in the Bible as well. We have Haniel, and as well as Sandalphon. Okay, so all of these correspondences, these are the angels or the angles. And of course, if we were to think of planets or the luminaries, we can start here. Well, we would say that Earth is our ground point, but we have one of the first luminaries here, which is number 2 actually, going up the tree, would be the moon, which would actually represent number 9, though we're going to reverse it. Number 9, number 8 would be Mercury, 7 would be Venus, 6 would be the Sun, 5 would be Mars, 4 would be, would be, what would that be? 4. Jupiter. 4 is Jupiter. 3 is Saturn, 2 is Neptune, and 1 is Uranus. So you hear the with Uriel and Uranus, or the Uranus, or the which is the Most High, Anu. That relates to some of the Sumerian stories. We have all of these things represented in this tree of life. Now, finally, the third image that's placed on here is the Christmas tree. This is the one that's the most familiar, the most famous to everyone worldwide, is that Christmas tree. And so when we dig deep and we find out a little bit about what that Christmas tree represents, we actually find that it represents everlasting life. And so as we come to this part of the year, some of the only greenery that's left are of the evergreen trees, okay, and some of the bushes that exhibit those properties. So with that said, we can actually start superimposing them on the body, on the human body, because the principles are all present, okay? And so I'm going to go in and utilize some of my notes so that we can keep the coherence of the presentation here. And in essence, truth comes forth in its season, and that's what we're dealing with here today on Christmas Day, December 25th. When we apply math, or Maat, as M-A-A-T, that's a comedic principle that applies to this Sephiroth, which has to do with balance, truth, justice, righteousness, order, and reciprocity. When we apply those principles to the human body, to the environment at large, then we start seeing relationships and fractal relationships. We even see mirroring happening, just as we saw here with the human body and the tree, and the human body with the cosmos itself, as related with the Paut Neteru. So we see those principles at a micro scale and at a macro scale. So for example, I can say that a cell is a microcosm of the human body, the whole human body, and the human body is a microcosm of the nature at large. So when we see those kinds of relationships, we can draw direct correspondences. For example, as in today, in the case of Heru, that would be the heart in the body. So when we apply math to the cells, to the body, we begin the process of stopping the infighting and quarrels that are purely based on belief.